So welcome to the Hong Kong Stadium here, where we are about to embark on our final post-season tour game of the season. This could be the game where you see plenty more Reds in action, especially when we have such a huge travelling squad. The fans are coming in their numbers for this fixture and taking in the atmosphere yet again with plenty of loud music on show. I've got United legend Wes Brown. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Great to have you here, especially we want to hope for that we top off this week on a high.
Yeah, it'd be good. I mean, obviously the last game was disappointing, it was very hot. This is, you know, different circumstances. It's raining today, it's not as hot. The lads would have obviously, they've got sort of with the timings and stuff now, so yeah, it's better conditions for us. And like you said, they would have been training the last couple of days, so hopefully we can get a good result today. But I would like to see, you know, a few more young lads on the pitch today. We don't know what their team's going to be like again. So we've just got to be ready for everything, really.
How would you rate this week? Because it has been only a few days and it's been so jam-packed of fan activation, sponsor activity, you name it. This team has been doing everything. Yeah,
it's been crazy, and it's for everyone, and the players have had a lot to do as well. But listen, this was part of the deal. When we come this way, this sort of thing happens. You know, we've got so many fans here. We have to try and, you know, see and look after as many as possible. That's what the game's about. That's part and parcel of it. I've enjoyed myself. It's been great meeting everybody new, and obviously we're going to top it off playing at this fantastic stadium now tonight.
This is going to be a very different game to the first game of this postseason tour. You mentioned the weather, it was so humid. We had to make sure that the kickoff was so late because of the heat, and it was still boiling. Whereas in comparison here, despite us wearing shorts, it's definitely breezier. We've brought some cold rain from Manchester with us. I mean, the lads will probably get a lot more out of this game.
Yeah, I think they will. Just the whole atmosphere, it feels more like we're in Manchester. Yeah, it's warm, but it's nowhere near as hot as it was, obviously, in KL. So I think we'll see a better game, a better performance from us, and, you know, we'll be getting about the pitch a little bit more.
That's what we can hope for, and there are so many fans round here. They're actually surrounding the back of where the camera is. They're just taking pictures. The love in Hong Kong has been so strong, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, yeah. I mean, listen, we've always had a great fan base here. I came back here even after we finished and played a few charity games. It's always busy. There's always fans supporting the club. Like I said, this is a big part of Manchester United, and they're all showing out tonight, so it's brilliant.
They are. They've been teaching us some phrases as well, making sure we act like some of the locals. Daiga Ho, they wanted you to say as soon as we come on air, so Daiga Ho to everyone watching. They've been so welcoming, and when we had our live training session here yesterday, the fans said this is incredible scenes to have Manchester United here, even though it's pretty much for 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter though. Some of these people have never seen the players in flesh and blood, and that's what it's all about. And the training session yesterday, you know, the fans lined up to get signatures and photographs, and the lads did very well. You know, not all of them trained, but they still come and supported, and the fans really appreciate that.
With that in mind, it was a very different game earlier on in the week, a disappointing one as well, that the players feel that hurt for it. How vital is it that they get a result today in comparison to that and improve on the things that they needed to do from that game?
Yeah, listen, it's the last game. They're off on holiday tomorrow, most of them, so we just want a good performance, and I think we will get that. Like I said, the conditions weren't perfect with all the travelling. It takes a lot out of you, but this is perfect now. The pitch is wet, it's cooler, it's spitting, there was a bit of rain, and I'm sure the manager and the players themselves will be a little bit disappointed in the result, so today's all about winning.
I mean, that's what we want to see, but if you missed out on the game earlier on in the week, you can take a look at it now.
To the edge of the penalty area. It's a good block too from Harry Maguire. It's still not been cleared though, and AC and All-Stars in. It's a big stop from Andre Onana. It's parried out into the middle of the goal. Unfortunately, Eden Heaven reacts faster than everybody else, and the ball can be cleared away, but There's only been one team really that's created those goal-mouth opportunities, and it hasn't been Manchester United.
No, not at all.
Camerson, who was a very defensive right fullback for a long time, but tried to push him into a more advanced role, and he's got better and better in doing that. Fun to watch as Kobbie Mainoo, who's going to have a go from distance. It forces a decent stop out of Kamai, who gets down smartly to his right-hand side to push it around the post.
Well, it's the first shot that United have had, really, in 30-odd minutes. I'm going to disagree with you, Liam. I thought the goalkeeper made a bit of a meal of that.
Whipped in, dangerous looking ball, nodded back down, chance! Oh, it's blocked off the line. Ben Thornley is shouting for handball.
Well, it's probably a little bit harsh, but I think the defender got to it before the goalkeeper.
Absolutely brilliant on the edge of the penalty area. Smash back goalwards. I told you, didn't I, that Shea Lacey had something of the magic feet about him. That's a driven effort from Jaden Camerson. It's just over the bar.
And we'll have a look at this opportunity again. I don't blame Jaden Camerson for stepping forward and having a crack from there. Fully, what, 25 yards, just less than.
Stayed hit, didn't it? Goodness me.
Here's the chance. I don't know what part of the defender, because we didn't really fully see there, but it certainly wasn't the goalkeeper, I don't think, that saved that.
Swung in, headed away. Fernandez on the volley. Well, certainly got the capability to get over the top of those. On this occasion, just gets underneath it.
And the goalkeeper was impeded by one of his own players, who ended up heading it away, but it only came out as far as Bruno Fernandes. Delbridge it was. Useful in both boxes.
Bruno Fernandes, lovely flick to Chido Obi, looking to find some space. Can't find the space in the end, hits the shot but deflects through.
Well, he's trying to be positive, Chido Obi, but again, it's just that always comes with experience and playing more matches. Just trying to find somebody in a better position from time to time. Might be more worth his while. But he is being positive.
Well, slipped through brilliantly, and a real opportunity for AC and All-Stars. They've opened the scoring. Wang Luin. A brilliant ball through to find the number 11, and he laces it home right-footed. And on 70 minutes, Manchester United are behind. AC and All-Stars 1, Manchester United 0.
Well, it's a great ball. It's a really great ball. Complete defence-splitting pass. It's a very, very composed finish as well by Wang Luin.
Fernandes has assumed responsibilities. No, it's Ahmad that fires it goalwards. It's a comfortable one in the end for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, very comfortable.
There's not quite enough on it, was there, to really cause the goalkeeper any problems? And
no, it would have bounced, wouldn't it?
Opportunity in the other direction here. Bruno Fernandes trying to get there. He's run away from him. Here's a real chance in the penalty area for Segacic. What a tackle that is. Well, it needed to be absolutely perfect from Jim Thwaites, and he slides in brilliantly.
Yeah, it's brilliant from Jim Thwaites, it really is. He gets back. Segacic has looked lively. He gets a bit of a ricochet from Johnny Evans, who falls.
Short corner. Full-time whistle goes, and Manchester United have been shocked by the Asian All-Stars. Wang Lin in the second half with a deft finish over the top of Tom Heaton after a lovely ball through. Manchester United unable to break the deadlock. Had opportunities in the second half with Chido Obi, Bruno Fernandes letting fly, Alejandro Garnacho too, but could not break down a compact and committed ASEAN All-Stars side. It means that at full time, it's ASEAN All-Stars 1, Manchester United 0.
So that was all of your match action from earlier on in the week, and there was plenty of players on show, as I said before, but there was a lot of differences in that performance. Do you think that the team just really struggled with the heat, struggled to click, especially with all the changes, because we actually used 27 out of our 32 travelling squad in that game?
Yeah, listen, it would have been a lot of changes, not really getting into the game before there was changes as well, and a lot of the young lads. But I think the most important thing, it was very hot. I mean, I couldn't really stand in it, just standing and talking to you.
We were struggling.
Yeah, I was struggling. I was just sweating. Didn't matter what I tried to use to wipe it down. It was just there straight away. But listen, it was difficult when you make so many changes as well, and you're not used to that heat. You know, it will affect your game a little bit. But you know, we've got past that now. The lads, they got the legs running. A few of the younger lads obviously got to shine a little bit as well, and now we can just move on to this game. But yeah, it was a disappointing result, but you could see we were struggling a little bit as the game went on.
Sometimes in defeats you learn a lot more from that game, and it has to be said for the younger members of the squad involved in that squad. What will that do to their development? Listen,
it'll just give you more confidence. Hopefully they watch their part of the game back and see what they can do better, and you know, learn from it. You learn from everything, and then you take it into this game as well. I'm sure we're going to see many of them tonight at some point, and like I said, this is much better conditions for a game of football, ones that they'll be used to a little bit, and hopefully they've got that first game, some of them out of the way, and they can get into their rhythm a little bit.
Regardless of the result, how much of an honour do you think it was for some of those players? Some of them started in that game, yeah. The academy players. What do you think it meant to them? Yeah,
regardless of what you said, it's always a big privilege and an honour to play for Man United. So some of them will be absolutely buzzing. They've got to try and, you know, take all the negativity away and just try and help them improve their performances, because it's a big thing to play for Manchester United, and hopefully from that first game, and there's a couple that didn't get on as well, hopefully, you know, they can continue that now and improve all the time.
Especially at the start of the week, those players said that their biggest aim of this tour was to impress Ruben and the rest of the first team coaches. And if you get picked to take part in the first game, surely you've ticked that box, right?
Yeah, you have. That means the managers, the coaches have seen something, so they're just want to continue that tonight.
Well, they will, but now there has been plenty of goals over the years of these tours that happen, so take a look at some of the best ones.
Anderson. Dwight York back to Anderson here. Lovely play from Anderson. Oh, that's a cute finish.
Yeah, good football. Nice one too with Dwight York.
A Brazilian finish, wasn't it, from Anderson in the end? Cool, calm and collected in the penalty area. It's Aberdeen 2, Manchester United 1.
Great touch from Dwight York. Yeah, confident enough to take players on inside the penalty area, isn't it?
Short from Young to Patrice Everett. Looking for Scholes. Go on. Paul Scholes! Pinpoint precision personified. And didn't he read the script?
Oh, God almighty, what a strike that was. No matter whether this is a friendly or not, that is a goal that gave the goalkeeper no chance whatsoever. How many times have we seen Paul Scholes do that? That could be our last time. That could be our last time.
It's McTominay. United are playing through Liverpool nicely here. Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes, lovely reverse ball. Here's Martial. Martial, was he tripped? Martial. And now Fred with a little clip. Oh, fantastic. Brazilian brilliance from Fred. He brings the Raja Mangala Stadium to their feet. A gorgeous clip from Fred. 2-0.
Bruno's name rings out around Old Trafford. Fernandes!
this. Bruno's back. Oh, Bruno Fernandes with a fantastic free kick. And Manchester United have 3 within half an hour here.
Wow. And there's the pick of the bunch. He took his time picking his spot. But there was no hesitation.
As Eriksson swings that in, Pellistri nodded it on. This is Dalot. Great shot, great strike. Oh, Diogo Dalot took his time and struck it beautifully into the corner of the net, and the crowd on their feet now. What a hit from Diogo Dalot, and United ahead by 1-0.
Well, we've definitely seen some really good goals on this Manchester United pre-season tour, but this has got to be up there with probably the best of them.
It's going to be Wayne Rooney to take this free kick for United. Rooney. Oh, what about that?
Great goal.
Ron Robert-Zieler did not move. And United right back in it now. Hanover 3, United 2.
What about the pace on the free kick? Just as I said earlier, it's far enough out to go up and over the wall.
25 yards out, you'd say. Looks like the young Brazilian Andreas Pereira who's going to take it. Pereira does take it. Oh! Wow! What a goal, Stuart! What a strike, Andreas Pereira, top corner. No chance whatsoever for Grabara. He didn't move. It's Pereira, 1-1. And now a chance perhaps for Fraser Campbell. Oh. Lovely flick to Dong. Knew exactly where Dong was. Dong to Evans. Sean Evans! Oh. Pick that one out. What a strike. That wraps up victory for Manchester United. Sean Evans. That was even better than Gibson's effort. And it's Doncaster 0, United 2.
Well, I love the little touch from Dong. Gives him enough time to set it up. And Sean Evans does it justice.
Made the run forward. Ronaldo trying to look for him. Giggs, lovely ball to Rooney. A chance here, and a wonderful goal from Wayne Rooney. When you're that good, it's that simple. And United go 2-0 up.
That even brings applause from the United bench, and you'd expect that because that's a tremendous goal. Doesn't matter what opposition you're playing against, that is tremendous.
A left foot and a right footer. Let's see who's going to take it. It's Verona or Giggs. Giggs.
Giggsy it is!
What a goal! What a goal!
The Welshman in the 24th minute with an absolute stunner!
What a great goal by Ryan Giggs. Before I say, what can I do? What can I do? I'm right on the top hand corner.
There's Rooney. Magical from Wayne Rooney. This game needed something to spark it into life, and United's number 10 steps up and provides it.
Looking for Campbell, and he's found him. Anderson. There's Nani. Oh, magnificent! Picked his spot, and it was unstoppable, and a celebration to match. Well, that's just quality. That's all you can say about that. Still a very tight angle. Pass from Anderson. Brazilian to the Portuguese. Head up, drops his shoulder, little step over and inside, bang. Top corner. There's no goalkeeper to save that.
He's going to hammer this at the goal.
Anderson famously hasn't scored for United. Scores a lot in training. What does he do here? Good effort. Oh! Anderson has scored a goal for Manchester United at last. OK, it may be a friendly, but he'll take it. What a strike.
That's a great free kick, that. You know what's in my mind when I'm thinking of Valencia? I'm thinking if Ronaldo was here, Ronaldo would be having a pop at goal there. That's a terrific strike by Anderson. I said just before he took it, he's going to have a go here at the goalkeeper. But I'm thinking maybe he can hit the goalkeeper and maybe come out to somebody, but by God, it flies into the top of the net.
Tom Heaton, of course, is on a season-long loan at Cardiff City down at Ninian Park. Certainly strength and depth, and here's someone who's had to wait for his chance, and how has he taken it? Darren Gibson, left-footed, top corner, game over, and what a way to do it.
Well, even all the Peterborough fans are applauding that one. I think that was just his second touch, one touch to control it, which was difficult. It's going away from him. What a strike.
Carrick. Back to Martin. He'll have a go. And what a go it was as well from Lee Martin. A fabulous effort. And United really do have some breathing space now.
Well, fantastic strike, wasn't it? They all enjoyed it. Nobody will have enjoyed it better than Lee Martin.
Really has the feel of a training match now. United having scored 5. Eagles going for 6. And what a spectacular way to get it as well.
That's a tremendous strike, that.
2 in 2 games for Chris Eagles. He's only been on the pitch a number of minutes.
No, I'm just talking about the pass that's been good all night, and it's excellent there again. 4 or 5 passes in. It's a lovely strike by Chris Eagles.
About 28 minutes to go. Now Ronaldo will keep that in. It's a super ball.
I think he got a little bit of a push, Steve. It might have been accidental, but...
Here's Rooney. Oh, wizardry with his feet, Wayne Rooney. Went for the chip.
Oh, brilliant.
Sit back and admire. Wonderful skill and technique from Wayne Rooney. There's nothing the goalkeeper can do about that. That's vintage Wayne Rooney, and that's sheer ability.
There's a break on again.
And it's 2 United players on 3 Guangzhou players. One of them's Wayne Rooney.
Oh, he's lost his chance, I think.
Nani. Twisting one way and the other. And there's the chip.
Oh, beautiful.
And what a wonderful finish from Nani. 2 games, 2 goals, and he'll have to go a long way to see a better one than that.
But this is a wonderful skill, that, to chip the goalkeeper from the angle he's at. That's tremendous. Great skill, that. So hard to do. Yeah, but there was no handstands from him, was there? Oh, that's great skill, that.
Goes straight at Davids. Beautifully worked again from Giggs.
Oh, that's a ridiculous ball.
Oh, that's a ridiculous goal. That is sensational again. Made by Veron and finished by who else but Ruud van Nistelrooy. 3 goals in 3 games for him, but you are watching some finishing tonight of the highest quality.
Not only are you watching some finishing, Steve, but some ridiculous passing. I mean, that ball is absolutely wonderful from Sebi Veron, and the finish deserved the pass. They both equally deserved each other.
Here's Delot, who comes in from the left-hand side. Mata, Jesse Lingard. Lingard, is he going to go for the curler? Lingard, that was moving viciously, and that's a really good save from Raya. And that volley! Oh! Extraordinary strike. Andreas Pereira always has a goal like that in his locker. But it's always better when it goes in off the underside of the crossbar. And that was a fabulous strike. And what goals we've seen here tonight at Old Trafford. 2-1.
Well, it's already turning into a goal of pre-season tournament, this.
There were some great goals there. And now I have to ask, Wes, you have travelled with Manchester United for so many years. When you were playing, what was the best tour you were ever part of?
Oh, wow.
I know, I've gone big here.
I think I've been everywhere. Asia, in Australia, Nigeria, America. Wow, which is the best one? I think the craziest and most popular is definitely Asia, by far. I was surprised by how many fans we actually have in America. And probably Africa as well. You know, it's just crazy, but you know, I do like the America trip as well. You can sort of pop out, no one knows you. But yeah, I think they're all very good. But like I said, as a player, I think you look at it a little bit different. It's great going to these places. You probably don't get to see as much as you would like, but your focus is obviously on getting fit for the season. And I think I went to one post season tour as well. And again, that's, you know, a bit more relaxed, I would say. but you're just there to obviously see the fans and do as much as you can as you don't come to this side of the world that often.
Well, I can't wait to hear more of these memories. However, there is a game that's going to kick off very soon, so we have to get that all-important team news from Liam and Ben.
Thanks very much, Zara. Yes, just 2 players remain in the Manchester United starting 11 from that game against the ASEAN All-Stars a couple of days ago. Casemiro retains his place, so too Rasmus Højlund, who leads the line. It means that Manchester United have Tom Heaton in goal, Godwill Kokonki, Johnny Evans and Tyler Fredrickson in the back 3. Harry Amas, left wing back, Jaden Camerson, right wing back. They have played well for the under-18s this season and the under-21s when they've been called up. Casemiro alongside Bruno Fernandes in a very experienced central midfield. Alejandro Garnacho and Shea Lacey in a promising forward line with Rasmus Højlund up top for the Reds. Everybody has made it apart from the 3 players that have gone to India, plus Luke Shaw, Matthias de Ligt and Joshua Zirkzee not on the bench either for Manchester United. Ben Thornley, it is another strong 11, another team that should be doing their level best to go out here and win the game.
Yeah, and with a marked improvement in the performance from the one that we saw against the Asian All-Stars. It is a strong side, obviously, to appease the fans that have filtered into this stadium on what is a bit of a dreadful evening in Hong Kong. But yeah, it's a team that you would expect to go and take the game to Hong Kong.
Yeah, they probably need to go out and put a performance on here for the fans, because it didn't quite go their way, did it, on Wednesday? There wasn't quite enough intensity from Manchester United to go out and beat the ASEAN All-Stars a couple of days ago. No,
and I appreciate that it's new surroundings for them, and the humidity is something that they won't have experienced. But they've been here now for 3 or 4 days. They've had a chance to acclimatise. Obviously, the rain will have cooled everything down, and you would expect that with the slick passing surface that United should be able to get a good passing rhythm going.
I understand that it's a cliche and a bit of a trope, but it's definitely Mancunian conditions in Hong Kong. It's absolutely pouring down, and look, United will be used to that. It might be a little bit warmer, but it certainly won't be the level of heat and humidity that they had on Wednesday.
No, it won't be. No, like I said, the rain will have cooled things down somewhat, but you're just expecting United to come out the blocks and to have more intensity to the game now that they've been here for 3 or 4 days and know what it's like, so that they can take the game to Hong Kong.
Yeah, and I think intensity of performance, but also Ruben Amorim's going to want to see them doing the right things, isn't he?
Of course he is. That's what he's looking for, as we said before the game kicked off the other night, that this is the chance now for some of the youngsters that he's no doubt going to introduce at some point, the ones that are starting, to put something down for the pre-season tour in America.
Ben, thank you very much indeed. We will get underway with commentary in a little while, but in the meantime, let's get you back to Zara in Hong Kong.
Thanks, guys. It's great to have a look at that team news. As we said, plenty of youngsters would be on show. We've had a look at the starting lineup. What excites you most about it?
I like the top 3 there. I want to see how Shea Lacey comes in. He had a good little cameo, 5-10 minutes in the last game. Exciting prospect, does very well, obviously in the 23s. So it's a time for him to shine, but we know what sort of a player he is. Very skillful, likes to get at players, and excited that he's got a start.
And even though he is one of the younger players, he's a confident one, if that too. At the start of the week, he spoke about looking up to the role models that's in the squad and wanting to learn off them, and he's certainly going to learn, especially alongside him. He's got Garnacho on the side. They could create a lot together. Yeah,
they could, and listen, he does excellent in the under 23s, under 21s, and it's now up to him to just do the same, but on a bigger stage, against adults, as in, fully grown men. He's still a young kid. He's still learning his trade, and but the way he plays football, that's just his game. He's got really nice touches, really nice turns, can get away from players. So it's now a test to see if he can do it, and I wish him all the best. Yeah.
And there's still experience in that squad too, because you've got players such as Casemiro, Johnny Evans in it.
Casemiro, Johnny Evans, Bruno, all big players who, brilliant for Johnny. Probably it'll be his last game. But Casemiro and Bruno, you'll learn so much off him. These guys have played in everything. Seasoned internationals. So it's good for the young lads just to learn off him. And like I said, much better conditions for them tonight.
And there is no one that you can look up to more and have that experience alongside you other than Bruno Fernandes. What does that do to the academy players? Because they won't be used to having someone so experienced and thoughtful, having that in your ear for the entire game, when it's only going to help them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he'll just set the standard, the pace, just getting about the pitch, what it takes to play for the club. There's no relaxing. It's pretty much getting stuck in, running, and everything has to be perfect.
It does. Well, now let's get the thoughts from our manager. Let's hear Ruben Amorim, who's with Sam Carney.
So Ruben, we're here in Hong Kong, one of the world's great cities, and plenty of United fans as well.
Yes, it was amazing when we arrived at the stadium, all the people and screaming to the bus. So it's a good feeling to get in touch with this reality, to know that our club is loved around the world. So it's a good moment for us.
And you got asked in your press conference yesterday about the likes of Fernandes and Garnacho playing, and they're in the team as well.
Yes, because we need to respect and we need to do better than the last game. We understand that the players are tired of traveling, all the commercial things that to get together with our fans, but now it's time to perform and to show good things to our fans.
And Johnny Evans in the team as well for what will be his final United appearance. How nice a moment will it be for him in front of the fans here, and how much of an impact has he had during your time here?
It's really nice, and the level that he has in training, you can see the standards in his prime. And you understand why they won so many titles, because he with his age, with a lot of problems physically, when he was fit to train, the level was really high, and you can understand that he is a very good player. But also I want Evans to help the young kids that that he will have beside him. Is really important for us.
And plenty of young kids in the team as well, of course. You said they were a positive after the last match, so hoping to see more from that today.
Yes, we want to give also space to these young kids to play in the first team, and we have to take advantage of these moments.
Just finally, perfect Manchester footballing weather, so we should be acclimatised to this, shouldn't we?
Yeah, it's hot here, but it's a good way to finish the season and the next think about the next one. Thank you.
Always great to hear from Ruben there, and he's got some interesting points, especially because this is going to be a vital time for Ruben Amorim on the basis that this post-season tour, yes, there's lots of commercial activity, but this is a way to make sure he can see what players are here for the future.
Yeah, definitely. And listen, they would have already had meetings on what they're looking to do, who they're maybe trying to go for in the next up-and-coming months. So it's the start of a new season. It's pretty much as simple as that, and there'll be lots of things to sort out along the way.
He did say at the start when he joined that the storm was coming, and I reckon the storm's right here in Hong Kong right now. So he's right. He's predicted well.
Yeah, no, he has. Yeah, but yeah, he definitely will. He definitely will start now. It's going to be a tough month or two for the club, in the sense that who they want to bring in, who's going to potentially leave. Lots of things to sort out, and it might take a while in doing that as well.
Especially when you look at the squad and you see that players could stay, players could leave. It's always this time of year where it happens for every club, but with Manchester United's ambitions, you've got to make sure that those decisions are well made.
Yeah, you do, and I think in the past we've rushed lots of quite a lot of things, and it's now about getting it right. It's as simple as that, and like he said, it might be a storm before the calmness, but listen, it's going to take a while. There'll be people that are on contracts that won't want to leave or want to leave, and you have to be able to sort everything out. But the main thing for the manager will be obviously trying to get some of the players in that he wants, and then getting them in as soon as possible, so when we all return for tour, pre-season tour, that they're all there, everybody knows what to do straight away, and then we go again, and hopefully it raises the bar for next season from everyone else.
It is hard for plenty of Manchester United's fans and everyone at the club to hear that there's no European football for the men's team next season, but that gives more time to concentrate on the league and make sure that we get European football again.
Yeah, we can watch the women now.
We can.
Yeah, it does. And listen, it's all eyes on the league next year. Yes, okay, we want to do well in the cups, that's normal, but the league's massive. It's the main part, you know, it's week in, week out. And if you get a good league run, you know, wherever you are in the league, it shows that you're playing well. You know, it's as simple as that, and we need to be doing much better.
As you rightly said there, the women's team are in Champions League football. They've worked incredibly hard this season. It might be a nice competition between them, the fact that they can see that the women's team have got Champions League football.
Yeah, I'm sure
they'll be chomping at the bit for it.
Yeah, and there'll be fans that will be putting it on as well, you know, so that's good in that on that part of it. But for us, yeah, listen, we're under everybody's eye next season, which means we need to get off to a good start. Which will mean we want the players in early if we can. It's as simple as that, to get in the rhythm of things, and then hopefully, like I said, from that the standard raises. You know, we need better standards, better consistency throughout the season. And listen, it's been tough this year, but we know if there's any team that can come back, it's us.
Yeah, we do. Well, now, Sam Carney, yesterday when we had our live training session, he was making some friends in the press box, and he's decided to make friends with Paul McMara, and he is from the South China Post.
Paul, as someone who lives in Hong Kong, how big a deal is it to have Manchester United here?
It's a very big deal. It's a long time since they were last here. It was 2013. The reason it's especially pertinent at the moment, getting a big club over, though, it's not happened for a long time in Hong Kong. Last year, a lot of your viewers might well know, Inter Miami came here. Lionel Messi didn't come off the bench, which caused a huge hoo-ha. It almost became a diplomatic for the next big club to come, the next big names to come. So this is a big deal, and obviously it's made big news for the different reasons why it's happening, the time of year it's happening, but it's still something that I think people are generally excited about, to have United here again for the first time since 2013.
Given that, who are the big names that fans are looking out for from the United squad?
The obvious, I think Bruno Fernandes is the main one. People are big fans of his over here. He's a huge personality and a driving force for Manchester United, isn't he? I think the manager said in a press conference the other day that when the team are under pressure, he's the one they always look to. He's the one prepared to take responsibility, and fans like that in a player. And then the exciting players like Garnacho, Ahmad, who we've just seen in the press conference now. I think Kobbie Mainoo as well, actually. He's surged to prominence a little bit over the past 12 months, and that's caused a little bit of a stir here as well. So probably those four.
You were in Malaysia last night and we saw the ASEAN All-Stars cause an upset. I think people would have not have known a lot about them. They might have been taken by surprise. What can you tell us about the Hong Kong 11?
Yeah, I was taken by surprise by the Asian All-Stars as well. I wasn't expecting that. The Hong Kong side are good. They're improving. Under the previous manager, Jorn Anderson, they qualified for the Asian Cup finals. That was the first time they'd qualified for a major finals for 56 years. So that was a big achievement. He was tempted away to go and manage Yunnan Yukon, who are now in the Chinese Super League. Ashley Westwood, who you heard talking earlier, replaced him, obviously a former Manchester United academy player, and he slowly, well, he actually very quickly transformed the style of the team. They gradually become accustomed to it. They play much more football than they did under Jorn. They were a fast-pressing side that would try to make life very difficult for opponents. With Ashley, they're a much more possession-based team, and they've actually gone 8 games unbeaten. They won 7 in a row. They drew their most recent match 0-0 with Singapore, and they're a strong side with some good attacking players. They've got quite a few Brazil-born players in the team, players who've lived here for 7 years, become naturalised and able to come into the side. So I'd say a pretty strong side, an improving side, and I think they'll fancy their chances of giving Manchester United a good game tomorrow. Whether they will have the fitness and the pedigree to do what Asian All-Stars did, I'm not so sure.
It's always great to hear the noise from the journalists here, because there's been so much media attention, hasn't it, since we've landed in Hong Kong?
Yeah, there has, and it's, you know, some positive, some negative. You know, some on who we might be getting in, a lot on what happened last season. But I think we're all aware what happened last season, and obviously know it wasn't good enough, and we need to improve rapidly. But yeah, listen, like we said, no matter what we do, you know, it will be reported. So we just hope that we get it right this time in the summer.
We can see the players getting a great reaction now because they're warming up behind me. Well, you've got Altai right next to you here. I feel like we're about to get into his way. But it's great for them to hear the love around Asia for them, because we know it's been a tough season, but in a strange way it's been probably nice for Manchester United to feel the love that they have when they're out and about.
Yeah, listen, like we've talked about, the fans have been brilliant, and now it's about bouncing back, you know, not just for themselves and personally, but for the fans, for everybody at the club, and every fan worldwide as well. It's about bouncing back now. It's a brand new season and we can start from a scratch in a way, so you know, it'll start here as well. The manager will look at this game, especially the younger players, to see if he might be able to use a few younger players in different ways next season, but everything starts from there.
We mentioned at the start of the week, but we've seen some amazing stories when you think about Kobbie Mainoo's start. On his first pre-season, when he had that look in for the first time, never got to look back. He's been one of the now senior members of the squad, really, to kind of lean on for these younger players.
Yeah, and that can happen if you look back in the history as well. That's happened many a times. Marcus probably being the biggest one. But yeah, you're just hoping that, you know, when you get a chance, the young lads, they really express themselves and really take it to another level. We've had it throughout the years, and I'm pretty sure that will continue as well.
Well, both teams are on the pitch warming up now, and there is plenty of, I want to say, a lot more Manchester United fans, that's for sure here. But football is quite a strong sport here in Hong Kong. Everyone talks about it. There's football everywhere. How much do you think it means to these players on this pitch now to play in front of a crowd like this? It can only help them in their performances.
Yeah, definitely. I know there'll be a lot here tonight. And listen, once or twice they might have played in front of a crowd like this, but not for the first team. It's a different cattle of breds and different breed, and it's how you they accept that, you know, not be too nervous, play their game, and at times they'll try and do something that they're really good at as well to impress.
Well, that is some sound advice there, especially for our youngsters. And earlier on in the week, I spoke to some of our academy players here on this post-season tour to find out what they were looking forward to the most. First of all, welcome to Malaysia. We're here in Kuala Lumpur. This is the start of the post-season tour. So firstly, tell me what it's like about being here in Malaysia and getting the opportunity to be here with the first team.
Yeah, it's a great experience, obviously. Grateful to be here, and just to see new culture, a new country I've not been to before, and it's good to just see all the fans that we've got across the world and realise how big this club is. So it's been a great experience so far.
It's been a great experience so far. Long travel, but obviously it's paid off in the end. It's a nice city. The fans are here. We was welcomed on entrance and yeah, it was quite good.
What were your first impressions when you got told that you were going to be on this trip?
Obviously, extremely excited for this opportunity. I think just try to make the best out of it. Train well, impress the coaches, hopefully get some minutes. But yeah, really happy with getting called up.
I was excited as well, obviously, coming to Malaysia as well. I've never been to Asia before, so it's a different type of experience. And obviously it's a first team tour, so it's good to be around those types of players, and it's a good experience for us as young players as well. So yeah, I'm happy.
It was just exciting. I just couldn't wait to get out here and just see how many fans there was, see the place, and just enjoy the experience, to be honest, yeah.
Very exciting because I've never been to Asia before, so yeah, very good experience. Very nice.
No, it was amazing. Dream come true, to be along with the first team, good experience to impress. So yeah, I'm chuffed to bits to be with the first team.
How did your family react to it when you told them?
They were made up for me, yeah. Everyone was buzzing.
We knew this was coming up towards the end of the season, so I was looking forward to it, hoping to come on it, and yeah, it's great to just be around the first team, and yeah, it's a good experience.
It's probably the best icebreaker to have, that you're not going to be here on your own part of the first team setup. You've got the rest of the academy here with you. It must be a nice comfort to have someone that you can talk to and relate to, and just really make sure that you blend in straight away.
Yeah, definitely. I think it helps having some of the lads along with us, and we can obviously share the same experiences and go along with it together.
It just shown how much the hard work you put into this season was just really respected, and you get this reward.
Yeah, it's amazing to get a reward like this after all the hard effort you've put in through the season. Just amazing to get a reward and show your talent with the first team. So yeah.
What would you say is the biggest thing you're looking forward to on this post-season tour?
I think hopefully just playing in the games and experiencing the fans in the stadiums. We're playing in 2 great stadiums, so I'm sure they'll be full of fans, and yeah, it'd be great to walk out on the pitch there.
Just to enjoy it really, and just enjoy the experience, enjoy being around it, and hopefully show what we can do.
Yeah, literally the exact same. Just to enjoy the experience, because the place is very nice as well. Just to take it in and hopefully impress as well. Yeah.
Just get along more with the first team players, and then when I get the opportunity to go and showcase my talent, and then just give a good impression towards the first team staff, impress them both on and off the pitch, and yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, I think just like making a good account of myself, both like on and off the pitch, showing what I can do if I get an opportunity, and then off the pitch, just making sure like always like early and stuff like that. So like you show who you are, yeah.
I think I just want to go and play against the teams and play with all the experienced players and in these massive stadiums with loads of fans, and just take it all in and hopefully perform well.
My aim is to build relationships with all the teammates and to hopefully score goals and have a very good performance, and hopefully to impress the coach.
My aim is just to see the fans see how big United is on a global scale, and just take it all in really, take the experiences day by day.
I would say, like, obviously to play, there's a lot of players I want to play, like get a good amount of minutes and good performance as well, because I think a good performance would put me in good stead in the future for maybe even the pre-season tour as well. So just a good performance really, that's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah, similar I think. Trying to impress as much as possible in training, like Jaden said, turn the manager's head, become familiar with all the players, try and build relationships on the pitch, and hopefully make a couple minutes, well, make my unofficial debut, but get a couple minutes in some of the games coming up.
It was great to speak to them, and they're learning so much experience, especially on the interviews as well. They're really getting involved. But now we are moments away from kickoff here at the Hong Kong Stadium. How much are you looking forward to this game, and what do you want to see out of it?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I want to see us really start off well. You know, can we create chances early on? Can we get a goal? Very important. So yeah, it's just stepping it up a little bit than last time. I understand the circumstances weren't the best. You know, we were all there, and it was very difficult. But tonight it's better, and I'm sure, you know, the manager will make sure that they really get stuck in at the beginning anyway.
Yeah, we'll have to. We've got so many people watching us on YouTube as well. Thanks so much for watching us on there. Let us know in the comments where you are watching us from, because it's always great. It's a global club. People get involved, and it's phenomenal to see the love that Manchester United has. But if you are watching YouTube, you need to make sure you go and subscribe to MUTV, because that is where the game is going to be live, because we'll have to love you and leave you on YouTube very soon. So make sure you subscribe during this final chat that we're having before kickoff happens. Otherwise, you'll miss out. You'll miss out on seeing the boys in action for this last game of the post-season tour, and well, proper game of the season, yeah?
Yeah, listen, we want it to be good. We want it to be quick. We want to see goals, and you know, let's hope we start off well, like I said.
Let's hope so. Right, well, let's get to your match action. And as I said, make sure you subscribe to MUTV to watch this game in full, and we'll see you after that. But let's head over to our commentary team with Liam and Ben.
Thanks very much, Zara. Yeah, we are not far away from getting the second of the post-season tour games underway. Manchester United taking on Hong Kong in the Hong Kong Stadium. If you haven't noticed as well, the manager for Hong Kong, Ashley Westwood, used to play for Manchester United during his youth career as well. Let's bring you the two teams, shall we? We will start with Manchester United. Two players keep their places from that game on Wednesday against the ASEAN All-Stars, Casemiro and Rasmus Højlund, both stay in the side, otherwise completely changed. Tom Heaton in goal for the Reds. Kokonki, Evans and Fredericks in the back three. Harry Amas left wing back, Jaden Camerson right wing back. They've done really well through the academy this season, and of course Harry Amas has had a couple of first team appearances as well. The two in the centre of midfield, far more experienced in Casemiro and the captain Bruno Fernandes. Garnacho and Lacey in the 210. Shea Lacey has that mercurial talent that's really worth keeping an eye on, and we know what Alejandro Garnacho is capable of. Rasmus Højlund leads the line for the Reds. In terms of Hong Kong, well, they've made a few changes from that 0-0 draw with Singapore last time out. They've got Say in goal. They're going to go with a back 3-2. Yue, Tsui and Jones, that back three. Then they play a really weird formation. So they have one player sitting in front of the back three in Fernando, and then a midfield four in a diamond. So Wong at the tip of the diamond, Ngan at the base of the diamond, Merkis on the left-hand side, Everton Camargo on the right, and a two-man up front line. Juninho on one side and Uda Baluzor on the other, and that will keep Manchester United very interested. It's a very odd formation, not one that we see an awful lot in the Premier League. Let's see whether what Ashley Westwood has come up with causes Manchester United some problems. We will be bringing the commentary to you very shortly, but if you missed the first of these two post-season friendlies, we had a lovely behind-the-scenes tour with Jake from the social team. Let's take a look at that now.
Good morning, Reds, and we're here in Malaysia. I'm so excited to be here. First day of post-season tour, and this morning we've got up a bit early because we're at Batu Caves. Just behind me is a statue of Lord Marungan, and it's 42.7 metres tall, and also over 272 steps, I believe, which we're going to climb very shortly. Now, these caves are over 400 million years old, which is crazy to think. Probably done about 20 steps, I'm struggling already. It's a busy day today for us. We've got men's PA day later, so we're going to have time with the players. And then we've got team training, first team training session, and we've also got a presser. So day one of post-season tour is a busy one. So there's obviously, I think, bats up here too. And apparently marquee monkeys. The camera really does not do the size of this cave justice. It is huge. Spotted a first marquee monkey, I think. You can't tell that I in this camera up, but there's so many around us here now. So we're at a legend meet and greet with Nani. It's such a great turnout from our fellow Reds here in Malaysia. Some really good questions.
Have you ever gotten the famous Fergie's hair dryer treatment? And if so, why?
That was good. It was good for me to learn, to improve, to grow as a man, the player, the professional. After a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, I start to understand the coach, start to talk more, and really understand he really liked me, he wanted me to succeed.
Just behind us, just getting photos with the fans. I'm going to go and speak to some now to see what it means for United to be in Malaysia.
Hi mate, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Alvin Chong from Malaysia, KL.
Great to meet you, mate. What does it mean for Manchester United to be in Malaysia?
Okay, first of all, I'm a fan since my young days, so it's been a lot for me to can witness them for this match. So it's been 15 years that we're waiting for them to come to us, so it's very exciting.
As always, we really do appreciate all the support, guys. We appreciate you making the effort out here. Some people have been here from so early in the morning to do this, so thank you again.
It's not cold, I can tell you that much.
Mate, I know.
First time in Malaysia, I'm absolutely loving it. The weather's amazing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the day.
Thank you, Malaysia!
do you think, Josh?
Amazing, man. The people are crazy, but I love it.
You can't come to Malaysia and not come down a food street. It's so iconic for Asia in general. Guys, so how does it feel, Man United finally coming back to Malaysia?
So last time when they came to Malaysia, I was 8 years old, so I couldn't make it. So we are from Johor Bahru, about 400 kilometers away. So we are both now friends, about 20 years friends, just because Man United.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it feels very good. And also, moreover, they came here on their worst season after a long time.
Yeah.
And I think it's our time to show our support and love to them.
So right there in front of us is Kuala Lumpur's new tallest building called the Merdeka. I might have pronounced that wrong. Recently been built, and that's the second tallest building in the world, just behind the Burj Khalifa. So unfortunately, street food was cash only, which, yeah, we should have thought that. So ended up in 7-Eleven, but I did get a spicy teriyaki onigiri, probably butchered that, and I've also got a barbecue chicken bao bun. This is the fruit that's supposed to stink, isn't it? Yeah, we don't have this in England, but remember from Thailand, pretty sure it was banned in some places. Tomorrow, Matchday Reds, so we're going to start off straight in with football. Going to be an exciting game against an interesting team in a very cool stadium, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope that he stayed away from that durian fruit, because they do absolutely hum when you cut into them. Players are out on the pitch here. Manchester United shaking hands with the dignitaries, and a reminder to you that this feed on YouTube will end. The only way that you're going to be able to watch the game is by scanning the QR code on your screen or heading to manunited.com/MUTV and subscribing to be able to watch the game. Ben and I will be taking you through that. Just a reminder, the feed on YouTube will end just before kickoff. So make sure that you are subscribed so you can watch the game. Would be lovely to have you along with us. Ben, I'm going to talk to you about that slightly odd formation that Hong Kong have come up with. Very rare that you see a sweeper sat in front of a back three. Also very rare these days to see a midfield diamond with two up front.
It is, especially when you are playing a diamond and you have a base-lying midfielder and then you've got somebody behind him. It almost seems as though it sort of defeats the object having that sweeper there. But it all depends how he's deployed and how United can counteract that. Obviously, you've got two players that are going to be in close proximity. Rasmus Højlund is going to be sort of charged with making sure that they stop the play from coming out from the back. If indeed that's what they do, and I don't really understand why they wouldn't do that by playing somebody there.
Manchester United have stuck with their standard system. There is a little bit of movement in here in terms of how Manchester United can line up within Ruben's 3-4-2-1. And today, having Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, two ball-playing central midfielders in midfield, and then two pacey number 10s in Alejandro Garnacho and Shea Lacey, might give Manchester United a little bit of extra oomph on the transition.
Well, you want to get the ball forward to those two particular players that you just mentioned, because they're the ones in the 10 positions on, sort of either side of Rasmus Højlund that can start making things happen. We saw little glimpses of Shea Lacey. We've obviously seen a lot more of him over the years. He's been dogged by a few injury issues, but very, very talented, and we all know that the talent that Alejandro Garnacho possesses.
Shea Lacey, for those of you that maybe haven't seen him playing for Manchester United's under-18s this season or last season, really good with the ball at his feet, very clever, has great ability to get to the byline, put balls into the penalty area. We'll just see how he copes in that number 10 position. It looks like he's going to have Jadon Camerson outside him and Bruno Fernandes inside him, so he's got plenty of experience around him and somebody that he knows as well in Jadon Camerson. As the two captains head to the centre circle, it has been a dreary old day in Hong Kong. Ben, you've been out, you've played in this stadium, you played in this stadium for Manchester United. When it rains in Hong Kong, it doesn't half rain.
Well, anywhere in Southeast Asia, when it comes down, it can come down torrentially. The weird thing is, though, is that you're still warm with it, but certainly the rain there is like nothing I've ever experienced, I have to say.
You've played on both of the pitches, actually, that Manchester United have played on in this post-season. The pitch last time you said could occasionally be a little bit tricky. What's this one like for the players?
When I was here, and we are going back a long time here now, there was netting underneath the pitch to sort of knit it all together. That has obviously been changed tenfold since then, with all the scientists' discoveries about how to treat grass. I think this will probably be a slightly better surface than the one that was in Malaysia.
It's certainly less sandy than the last time Manchester United played on it. If I remember rightly, it was beachy the last time Manchester United played here. It looks lush and green and ready to go. So Manchester United line up with Tom Heaton in goal, Kokonki, Evans and Fredrickson, the back three. So quite a young back three, with Johnny Evans plonked in the middle for his potentially final experience. It will be, won't it, his final appearance for Manchester United. Amas, Casemiro, Fernandes and Camerson, Garnacho and Lacey, Rasmus Højlund up front. Let's talk about Johnny Evans, because there's nothing he hasn't won in a red shirt, and this is going to be a nice way for him to sign off.
Yeah, amazing professional, amazing player, what a career he's had, and the humility with which he carries himself as well. He's an example to all younger players.
You and I have had the benefit of having a conversation with Johnny on more than one occasion, and as well as all of the playing stuff, as we are underway in Hong Kong, he's just an out-and-out good guy.
Yeah, I wish him all the best for whatever he decides to do in his future years, but to say thank you for